The last session, the main thing is what is SQL? SQL is a query language, structured query language. Now, what is a Oracle? What is MySQL? What is the MongoDB, etc. Multiple databases are there. SQL is the language which is used to store or to communicate with Oracle, which is used to communicate with MySQL. Okay, I think you understand the difference in the last session. I given a clear picture. What's the difference between this MySQL, Oracle, all those, and SQL? Clear? Now, in this session, we are moving into SQL in detail. Okay, already I said one point. Again, I will repeat. We have the databases Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, DB2, PostgreSQL, RDS. These are different databases. All these databases are communicated by using the language SQL. That means we are learning SQL with Oracle. SQL in MySQL, in SQL Server, in DB2. That means database. Remaining everything is modification. For example, in C language, C, C++, Java. C language we are using for addition. Python we are using plus B. Java we are using A plus B. Suppose in C, first you are declaring the variable. In Java, whenever we need, we declare the variable. In Python, no need to declare the variable. That is the difference. I think you got it. Now, our sessions, we are moving to MySQL. Why? So most of the projects will deal with MySQL. Anyway, if you know MySQL, Oracle is completely easy. That is not a problem. Now I am moving in MySQL. Now first, I will explain how to download and install MySQL in your system. I will explain this one at last. Before that one, we need to remember some important terms. SQL syntax. SQL syntax. What is mean by syntax? Any programming language follows some predefined format. Suppose C language, data type followed by variable name is equal to some value, semicolon. Every line ends with the semicolon. Similarly, SQL is also a language. It has some syntax. What is the syntax? So the query are also called as the command, are also called as the statements. The query are the statements that begin with a command. Suppose the begin with a command, either insert, create, update, etc. Every query begin with a command followed by some statement according to the query, ends with semicolon. Ends with semicolon. Just to example, select is a command. Select star from emp semicolon. Right now you doesn't require any meaning. Observe, select is a command followed by some information. What is this one? This is the information required by the user with semicolon. End with semicolon. This is the basic syntax that we need to follow. Okay, now the most important point is we are using in SQL relational database. Yes or no? We are using relational database. What the relational database consists of? Information is stored in the form of a table. Understand the links. Information is stored in the form of a table. For example, I have a student table like your Excel sheet. You have a student table. Now, suppose student ID, the name of the student, suppose age of the student, marks of the student, like this multiple details are available. Suppose student ID 1, name ABC, age 30, marks 90. Student 2, student 3, like this we are filling the details. Okay. Now the most important term everyone need to know is data type. Well, any language, whether it is a programming language or markup language or query language, whatever it is, data means information. That type of information that we are storing. The type of information that we are storing. That is called data type. Now, what is our first topic today? SQL data types. My first topic is SQL data types. So the type of information that we are going to store. Just for your understanding, observe SID, roll number. Generally, this is an integer. Everyone know at least basic C programming. Even don't know the program, but the basic things you know. So integers. 1 second. So it is clear. Anyone, please? Now it is clear. The voice is clear, or again the breaking? Okay. SR in the sense clear or breaking? Okay. So I will move on. If you have any problem, yes, clear, fine. Yes, okay, fine. Now observe SID. Generally, the roll number assume 1, 2, 3 integers. So SID, which consists of only integer data type. Name, it consists of string. Suppose age, it consists of integer. For example, marks, it consists of floating. Like this, according to user requirement, we are specify the data type. Now you got the concept data type. The data type is there. Assume the data type is int. Assume type is int. Suppose in Oracle, to store same integer, the data type name is number. Only is the difference. Remaining everything is common. Okay, I already said we are complete. It at a time it is not possible to cover MySQL and Oracle. So only one thing is possible. So I am moving into the data types of SQL. Remember, general categorization, we have three types. The data types are divided into three types. Is all numerics, that is numbers. Second one is related to string. Third one is date. So no MySQL is installed. Everything with example, hands-on only. Don't worry. First, you need to learn the theoretical things. Okay? Numeric data type. What are the numeric data type? One is integer. Integer in the sense whole number. A number without any decimal point. A number without any decimal point. The data type is integer. Second, float. So MySQL is almost similar to programming languages. Float, which is used to store real number, that is a number with decimal points like 2.3, 0.4 with single precision. Now next one is double. Double is used Again, to store real number with double precision. With double precision. I think everyone know these three. In C, C++, Java, every programming language also these three came. Then it is very easy to understand. L is they remember decimal of some p comma s. What is mean by this one? For example, decimal some 5 comma 2. This is used to store a decimal number, to store a decimal number length, that is the number of digits is 5, that is called precision. Precision. Here to specify scale, that means the number of bits after dot. Now suppose 243.42, 5 specifies a total of 5 digits, 1 2 3 4 5. After point only 2 are allowed. Sir, 21.5, is it allowed or not allowed? Allowed. It can store a maximum of 5. After point you can store a maximum. Now you observe, float is for real number with single precision, double is for double precision. All these related to programming. Decimal means exactly you can specify the number of bits. In float and double, left side there is no condition. You can write any big number. But if you are using decimal, you need to follow some condition. Next one, bit of some size. For example, bit of age. So which is used binary bit, only single digit. We can store a binary values. Bit is used for storing binary value. Each value consists of 8 bits, up to 8 bits. So all these are numerics. Anyway, most of the situations we are moving to int and float. A general scenario, int and float is the general. Clear? So these are numeric data type. Numeric data type means it store only numbers. Next to one. So a table consists of names, that is strings. Suppose the branch is there, college name is there, so designation is there. So string is also available. So to store string data, what we have, char of 10, 10 in the sense size, char of 10. What is the purpose? It to store a fixed length string. Length string, fixed length string. So 10. Now again everybody have one question, where, so an additional and advanced one is where char of 20. It means variable length string. Sir, what is the difference? Here only you are giving the size. Here only you are given the size. What is the difference? The difference is, understand, in the first char of 10, it creates a string of length 10, maximum 10. Suppose I given ABC, okay, it can take, but maximum 10. In varchar 2, maximum 20. Okay, fine. In the future, a table is created with this size. A table is created with this data type. For example, in the future, I want to add my name. For example, my name becomes 30 characters. What is the procedure? Again, you need to change the entire data type, entire table. You need to insert all the values. But if you are using varchar, at the meanwhile, while running also, we can extend that size. While moving to the example, you will get. I think you got it. Variable length. Variable length we can change according to our requirement. Anyway, one more is also available, simply text. There is no size. For example, uh, anything, suppose textbook content, assume content, If you want to store the content, I don't know how many number of lines are there. For such type, we are using text to data type. Finally, one more thing is there, blob. The purpose of blob is to store images. The purpose of blob is to store images. Clear? Now, everyone clear? 4. Char, where char, text blob. In 90% every situation we are preferred to use where char. We are going to use where char. Clear? Clear. Now, the most important two things are completed while filling the data. One is numeric data, another one is string data, and the last two data type is date. Suppose when you are joining the college, when you exit, for example, at what time you updated this document. So date and time plays a very crucial role. Yes or no? Date and time plays a very crucial role. Now coming to date. So this is a data type. So date is also a data type. It gives the information. Simply it prints the date in the format year, month, date. For example, 2024 June 06. For example, date 10 or today date 11, whatever it is. It is displayed the date in this format. For example, date, birth date. In database, if you want to create a column of birthday, this is. And one more is available, sir. I want time also. Time in the sense, time is 6 25 34. That is at 6 hours 25 minutes 34 seconds. If you need time, we are moving to time data type. And one more thing is there, date time. I think you understand. Date time is these two combination. First date is printed, followed by time is printed. These three. Okay. Anyway, one more thing is available. Timestamp. Timestamp. I think most of the situations you discuss timestamp. Exact time, day to minutes to hours to seconds to end what will happen at the situation, in the sense. So for example, if you open any file, for example, just for understanding, here any file, see this one, 9 6 20 24 20 43. Specifies the last updated value. The last updated information is specified by timestamp. Now everyone have one question, sir. Sometimes you are using int like this, sometimes you are using int. Which one is right? Remember, SQL is not case sensitive. SQL is not case sensitive. That means at any point you can use uppercase or lowercase, not a problem. You can use uppercase. To use uppercase, if you want to define any predefined, suppose int data type, use uppercase, then easy identification only. Now everyone clear? Data types related to MySQL, the most regular important data types. Once you are clear, I am moving into the next one. Clear? Okay. Now, fine. Now, what is the next step, sir? I know X. Basically, what I know, stream buffering. Clear? Okay. Uh, Sir, I know the SQL syntax. These are the data types. So it is in the form of a table. I am filling the value. What is the next step? You need practical approach. You need practical approach. For that, You need to install and download MySQL. It is a very simple procedure. Go to browser, directly MySQL download, ev.mysql download. Here, see, check that one. MySQL downloads installer is there here. Whether you are 32 system MISI installer, both are same. Observe what is the difference. This is just web community. This is the original one that is installed in your system. Now your procedure is simply click download. Suppose at the time of moving, they are asking user, directly they take in the, give any password, like give any password. So give the password as root, give the password as root, that is the root is the admin password. Okay, that is a general scenario. You can give any username, you can give any password. Simply move on. If you have any doubt on this installation, actually in my system already installed, it takes a lot of time for installation. So at the time of installation, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, now once the MySQL is installed successfully in your system, what is the next step? From now onwards, everyone follow carefully. From now onwards, follow carefully. Go to start. Go to start. Type MySQL. Type MySQL. Here, MySQL command line client is available in every system that is available. Simply click on that one. Observe, it asks the password. What is the password? At the time of installation, whatever you are given, that is. I given root. Press enter. Closed. Why it is closed? Sir, why it is closed? That means my password is wrong. My password is wrong. Actually, my password is wrong. I am typing admin. Check all the things. Now I am type admin. Why I will show all these things, I will explain. So again closed. Your password is right. In the last session I said database have security. That is unauthorized person is unable to access. Unauthorized person is unable to access. Clear? Sir, I forgot my password. MySQL. See, again wrong. Okay, I think everyone got. So if you entered correct password, then only it is taken. Okay. So right now I am not explaining anything under MySQL. This is a hands-on session. Install MySQL. Then parallelly we both are doing. Then only it is easy for you. Now, sir, what you are explaining right now? Once MySQL is installed in your system successfully, the step procedure SQL. This SQL language is subdivided into SQL language is subdivided into multiple sub languages. What are those? Everyone remember, this is the most very important. Once you understand these 10 minutes, then it is very easy. SQL has sub languages. One is data definition language. Data definition language. Generally, this is called DDL. Now, under this DDL, In the starting of the session, what I said, each and every SQL query start with some command, select to, insert to, like this. These DDL consists of some commands, create, which is used to create a table in your database. We are creating the table inside the database by using the command create. Now you can have alter. So these are the data definition language commands. Internally understand it, sir, how it is. Remember, all these operations apply on entire table. Understand? You can create a table. Drop means we can remove the entire table. Truncate is also remove the entire table. One difference is there. Rename, we can change the name of the table. Alter, we can modify. Internally alter have some additional things. Whenever we are on the alter, I will explain anyway. We can alter, add, alter, modify, alter, rename, alter, drop. Multiple things are there. Everyone need to remember all these commands. I will explain one by one. Don't worry. Second one, data manipulation language. Data manipulation language, this is called DML. Now understand manipulation, the commands that are used to perform analysis or to perform modification in the table. Modification in the table. So I think everyone know Java. Sir, Java is divided into different editions: J2SE, J2EE, J2ME, like this. What are the meanings? Java 2 Standard Edition, which is used for learning the knowledge for creating an application. J2W means Enterprise Edition application. Simply J2SE for standalone application. GME for mobile editions. Mobile divide. DDL is used for creation of the tables. DML is for modification, that is a manipulation. Sir, what are different DML commands? Under DML, insert. That is, we are inserting data into the table. Update, we can change the data. By mistake, my marks are entered as 90. I have only 10 marks. We can update the data. Suppose if the student is detained, for example, assume delete the data. Delete the data. Clear? These are different data manipulation languages. Data manipulation. Okay. What is the third one? Data query language. Data query language. Somebody called as, this is called data retrieval language. Whatever the name, DRL or DQL, the most important command. What is that one? Select. Without select command, it is not possible to retrieve the data from the user. It is not possible data from the user. Select command. And the next one, transaction control language. Transaction control language. T or not, if you want to do any modification or not. So such type of command, transactions. Suppose I given some amount to you, completed, my transaction is completed, commit. Same account, ROLL, roll back. So if my transaction is very long transaction, need to save at multiple points, need to save at multiple points, save point. So save point, clear. And the last one, data control language. Data control language, this also plays a very important role at admin level. Suppose in your college, you are doing in a college, so in your lab, multiple systems are there. Each and every person is not allowed to use all the features of a system. Only admin can use. Yes or no? Like such type, grant. Only some permissions are granted to you. Suppose your task is completed. Revoke the permissions again back. Revoke the permissions back. Now everyone is clear. Again, I will repeat in 2 minutes meaning. Why? I will explain each and every meaning with an example. So, language SQL consists of different sub languages. So, one is a data definition language. These are the commands that are used for data definition. We are creating a table, we are dropping a table, truncating a table, we can rename the table, we can change the table. Now, once the table is created, we can insert the data into the table. We can update the existing data into the table. We can delete the data from the table. Data query language. Query means retrieving information from the table. So command is select. Transaction. During transactions, data management in the sense, database in the sense you have transaction. Data control language. This is also save point. Save point. What is the general save point? I think somebody knows save point. For example, I am doing a lot of work. I am doing a lot of work. In power failure, what happened? Power failure, what happened? Again, I need to start from the beginning. Again, I need to start from the beginning. Instead of that, after completion, some 10% of work, saved that one. 20%, I saved that one. Suppose whenever I am at 28th position, power failure, no need to start from zero, starting from 20 only. Save point. I think you got it. So most of the members, the problem is video buffering. But actually, to be frank, my side there is no problem. Internet is also fine. See this one, internet is also very fine. Connected with 5G. Okay. So try to understand. Okay. Now in SQL, one more important thing you need to understand is operators. Like programming language, are operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, like operators are available. But right now I'm not training operator. Why? Without knowing, on second, too much buffering. What should? Okay, 1 second. Okay, okay, 1 second. Please wait. So attendance not a problem. You can fill the form from today onwards. That is not a problem. Okay. Yes, yes. We are resolving the problem. We are resolving the problem. Please. There is no buffering. Please continue that class. Yes. Actually, right now I open multiple screens. So observe most of the members. There is no buffering. Okay, continue the class. Okay, fine. I am going to continue. Mm, Now, operators. I said multiple operators are there, but without knowing the query, how to write a query, what is the use of operator? Suppose the plus addition operator is there. Sir, I don't know how the query is written, how the table is created. Then how can I write a query? How can I write a query? How can I operator? Sorry, before explain later. I am explaining some basic commands for MySQL. First step. Parallelly, you can practice or note down. Don't worry. From tomorrow onwards, I will execute each and everything. Create database. Sir, already MySQL is the database. Again, what is the reason for creating a database? MySQL is the central level database. Within that MySQL, once you open MySQL, within that one, I created one database. Suppose my database name is college. My database name is some for example, my college name ABC is one database. College name ABC2 another database. College name ABC3 another database. You got it? So ABC, CSC, IT, Mechanical, Triple E, ECE. ABC2 say to avoid conflicts, we are creating a database. Whatever the operation that we are going to use, that is performed under this date. Tomorrow I will ask how to create a database. What is the syntax? Create is the command followed by database followed by the name. These two are fixed commands. Create database, whatever the name that you want to give, you can give the name. I will give an example also. Create database college semicolon. What happened whenever you are writing this query in the previous open SQL command prompt? Yes, if you are writing this query at SQL command at press enter in your MySQL whether the college is created or not, or suppose I opened after a long time, what are the databases that are already existed? If you want to check what are the databases that are already available, remember the command show databases. No need to give the name. This is the command. This is the command. Show databases. Simply, if you are executing this query in SQL, every statement is called query. If you execute this query, it displays all the databases that are available. Right now, this is the query. In MySQL, it works properly. In Oracle also, it works properly. Same query, but some commands are not executed. Some commands are not executed. For example, just to top is one command. This is not executed in MySQL. This is one Oracle only. Instead of top, we are using limit in MySQL, but the meaning is same. But the meaning is same. I think you got it. Now remove this one. Now, first one, database is created. Yes, sir, I created a database. So to check whether it is created perfectly or not, I am checking show databases. Okay. Okay. Now I am writing this statement one more time. Create database. Create database. Some company. What happened if you written this statement in your MySQL? You created two databases. One is the college database, another one is company database. Now, database is okay. Where we are storing your information? We are storing our information in the form of table in a database. Where? college or company? You need to mention clearly on which database you are going to perform operation. Now, what is the command? The command is use name of the database. Use name of the database. Suppose here I execute use college. Use college, press enter. From now onwards, your college database is active. Whatever the operations you are performing, everything is under college. Everything is under college. I think everyone first you should do this thing. Directly it is not possible to create a table. Sir, I am creating a table. No, directly not possible. First you need to create a database and use the database. Within that database only you are going to perform the operation. You are going to perform the operation. Okay, can we execute in MySQL workbench? Yes, you can execute, not a problem. You can execute, not a problem. Okay. Okay. Now I will explain one more step. Everyone created database. No problem. I again say tomorrow I will execute all these queries. Sir, database is created. Now by database name is college. What is the first step? The first step is creating a table. I want to create a table. What are the fields you want to require? Sir, my table name is student. So I need student student. Suppose branch, date of the student, in the sense of date, in the sense date of joining in the college, whatever it is, like this to your requirement. You can add any columns. Okay, any columns. This table you need to create. First to create the skeleton only. Values are not created. How? What is the syntax? Create is the command table. Create table. Okay, that means we are creating a table followed by parenthesis. Open the parenthesis. Now within the parenthesis you are writing column 1 space data type 1. Understanding? I will written column 2 space data type 2, column 3 data type 3, and so on. Some column n space data type n bracket close and then semicolon. Like this you are creating a table. Now here I am writing create table. What is my table name? Student within bracket. I can say you can write in the same line, not a problem. Here I have no space, that is the reason. Student. What is the name of the column? My column name is SID. What is the data type? That is the type of values you want to store. Integer. Now int, either uppercase or lowercase, not a problem. Comma. Everything is separated with comma. Next to name. What is the data type you want? Sir, I want varchar of 30, comma. Next to branch. So data type is varchar of some 10, comma, age. Suppose if you want to give float, whatever it is, float. Now, suppose just for understanding, I am using B date, the birth date. B date. So the data type name is date. Close the parenthesis, semicolon. Once you execute this query in our system, a table is created just to a skeleton. that is a schema without any values, just to schema without any values. Once the table is created, now everyone execute this query, desc student. DESC means describe, that is it gives what it gives. So the data type followed by, the column name, the type of value, column name, the type of value. This is the information. Like this, we are creating the table. Once the table is created, next step, what is the next step? We are inserting the values. Anyway, in the next session, what is your task? Everyone install MySQL. If possible, I will share a video how to download and install MySQL. Don't worry. Once the installation is completed, from tomorrow onwards, we are moving it. Clear? Any doubts? Char and varchar. Char is a fixed length. In the future, if you want to update, it is not possible. Varchar means variable length. We can change according to our requirements. Yes, fine. So tomorrow onwards, we are moving with practical oriented. Okay, everyone follow carefully from tomorrow onwards. Only query, database or program languages. The practical approach is the most important one. Okay, clear? Can I close the session? So you are asking TCL. Please remember, write DDL only. By the end, you will get TCL. Don't worry. Yes, laptop problem. I given one idea. Suppose most of the members, generally most of the members, they scratch. That is the reason I explained with my SQL. Yes, more definitely maximum. I will provide a video of how to install my SQL. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I am closing the session. Thank you. Fine. Good night to all.